The Art Beat, a weekly program putting you in touch with artists and arts events from the J.T. and Margaret Talkington College of Visual and Performing Arts at Texas Tech University. Hello and welcome to the Art Beat on KLZK FM 105.7. I'm your host, Peter Martins, coming to you from the Talkington College of Visual and Performing Arts at Texas Tech University. And I am thrilled to have as my guest today someone from our School of Art at Texas Tech. She is the recruiter and media relations guru. I think that's the official title, right?
Yeah. Ooh, I love that.
Tonja Hagy-Valdine, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. And I know one of the things that you do amongst the many things with the normal kind of students that we have coming to the university at the undergraduate and graduate level are summer programs.
Absolutely.
So we're interested to talk today about something in the summer in the School of Art that's been happening for pre-college students for quite a while, but is kind of under some, I don't know, new auspices, new look, new name, that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
So tell us about that.
So for many years, we've offered the Pre-College Immersion Program, which is a week-long immersive experience for upcoming high school 9th through 12th graders. They get to come onto campus, actually live on campus, eat dorm food. They get the entire campus experience.
And they think dorm food's really good, don't they?
It's actually not bad. Yeah. It really isn't. I've eaten dorm food during camp, but it's a very grown-up experience. It's one of their first introductions to life as a college student and as to being a School of Art student. And so it has been very successful. I have been thrilled to be part of 2 summers now. This will be my 3rd summer that I have worked as the camp coordinator. And we actually have people coming back for the 4th time this year.
Wow. So all 4 years they've eligibility, they've come back for.
Absolutely. And so many of their students actually end up enrolling and becoming our full-time students when they graduate. So it has been a great program. It's a great way to introduce campus life in a very small, palatable bite for high schoolers. They get to do some great things. We don't do the same workshops every summer. So this summer we're offering caricature. Did I say that right? Caricature?
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'd love
Caricature
to do that.
painting, sculptural welding. They're going to do some jewelry design,
Okay.
and there's handmade bookmaking in the photography department. So they get to
Okay.
do some really cool stuff.
Wow. From working with paper to like hot molten metal and such.
Yes.
Yeah. Oof, that's exciting.
Yes. They also get to do all kinds of cool after-hours activities. So we have one night at the pool where they get to float the lazy river. We'll have a movie night. We do portfolio reviews, so high school students can actually bring their portfolios to us. We'll give them tips and tricks on how to improve their portfolio. And at least one night we do a game and ice cream sundae night, which is a favorite one. And so for many years, this has been called the Pre-College Immersion Program. It's a very long, lofty name.
Heady,
Yes, it's very heady. But this past year, we actually enlisted the help of one of our graphic design classes. It's called Design in the Community. And they actually helped us rebrand it. So we are rebranding. We will keep the Pre-College Immersion Program moniker in addition to Raider Create, which is our new name.
Raider Create.
Raider Create. It's very zippy, very easy to, it rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. It was really cool to be able to work with our own students in graphic design, rebrand one of our own programs. And that segues perfectly into the news that we are launching a new camp this year. We are going to pilot a graphic design camp that is specifically for kids who are interested in graphic design.
Okay. And it's is that running
concurrently?
Okay.
So while we piloted it this year, we wanted to see how it worked, how many kids would be interested. So they will work side by side with our Raider Create kids. They'll get to do all the after-hours activities. They'll just, when it's time for workshops, everybody kind of goes to their own workshops during the day and then comes back together at night, and we get to have the whole camp population do all the fun stuff after hours.
Well, it sounds like a good idea for a new camp. There's a built-in population there for them to socialize with, which probably, the lazy river and the ice cream and the socialization, that's why kids actually come to college, right?
Absolutely. That's why you do summer camp, is to hang out with your buddies.
Yeah.
We think it's going to be a great program. We don't know, since we are piloting in this year, we may spin off and do it a separate week next year, but we're going to see how this first year goes. And we're really excited. It's also being taught by our graphic design faculty.
Oh, great.
So these kids are going to work side by side with our own professors, which I think is going to be a great experience for them. And of course, we have a graphic design program that is legendary. So they'll be working with rock stars in the industry.
Yeah, if these students know anything about what they're coming to camp for, they might be intimidated even.
I don't know if they don't know. They're about to find out.
That's right. Yeah,
but,
good.
Dirk is going to teach Make It Pop, which is all about the intersection of graphic design and music.
Okay.
And they're going to be designing music posters. We're going to be doing brainstorming, creative brainstorming and graphic design with Carla Tedeschi. So that is using your own creativity, not AI, not the computer. You're going to be doing it all your own. Mm-hmm. And then My Story in Letters, which is typography design. So how you design letters and how the actual design and the flow of the letters work to communicate your message that you are working on for your clients. So I think it's going to be a really great experience.
So that's like kind of font design and kerning and all those things?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yes, in graphic design, it's called typography. I called it font one time. And
Ooh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Good to know. Thank you for
really
saving
quickly
me.
that it's typography.
Well, I always wondered where all those interesting ideas came from. So it's good to know someone is.
But you knew kerning. I'm
thinking.
impressed. That's
yes,
good.
Well, a little bit. Well, gosh, that all sounds exciting. And one of these concurrent camps happening.
So our camps are happening June 8th through 12th.
Okay.
So we're doing it before, it's really early in the summer before it gets hot, or at least before we hope it gets hot.
Yeah.
Our Raider Create kids will actually get to experience camp in both of our facilities. They'll work for 2 workshops in the 2D building and then 2 workshops in the 3D annex.
Okay.
Of course, our graphic design kids will be in the main building for the whole time they're there.
They will be getting some experience walking back and forth across campus?
Yes, they will. They will.
Excellent. And where are they in a specific dorm or spread out all over? Or?
We are actually in Stengel-Murdo. So it's kind of nice because they're right in between our 2 buildings. So either direction they have to walk, it's not a terribly long walk.
All right. And they get used to the layout of campus a little bit and find their way around. And this is it's a wonderful campus, but it's obviously big. And so
it is.
I have students as seniors who say things like, I've never been in this building before. I've never even been on this side of campus before. So
you do get fairly siloed in your own little corner when you're going to school here. But yeah, I think it's a great experience. We have had so much fun the last 2 summers, or at least I have, with these kids. We always take a group picture, so I'm building a photo album of our group picture camp kids every year. But we love it. And the kids love it. The parents love it. Like I said, we have kids coming back for the 3rd and 4th time this year.
Right. And is it largely local, regional students? Where are students coming from?
Surprisingly, about 50% of our kids came from outside of Lubbock. In fact, we had 2 from outside of Texas last year.
Oh, neat.
So it has. And of course, both of those students had family members in Lubbock, and they're like, come stay with your aunt for the summer and go to camp kind of thing. But we have kids from, the Rio Grande Valley. We have kids that come from Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas. So I send out that list to all of the teachers that we meet when we go to TAEA every summer.
Okay, the big art education
conference. And so it gets broadcast pretty far and wide across the state of Texas.
Great. So let's say I'm in high school, or I'm even an 8th grader, it sounds like, and I'm interested in this. What would I need to present to apply? Is it I just need to be interested, or do I need to have some sort of a portfolio?
No, you don't have to have a portfolio.
Okay.
We are hoping to offer some scholarships. We'll know about that in a couple of weeks. And if
great.
they're going to get into scholarship competition, then of course we'll have a portfolio submission for that.
Okay.
But for kids who just want to come to camp, they can go to the School of Art website, our homepage, and in the drop down under programs, they will see outreach and camps, and they can click on either Raider Create or graphic design, and it'll take you to the page, tells you all about it. Registration deadline right now, I think, is around the 29th of May.
Okay.
But registration is open right now, and there are links on that page that go directly to our registration page.
Great. Okay. So that's how it works. And it sounds like you can register somewhat close to the event, up to the last minute a little bit.
We can turn in those final numbers to all the facilities on campus a week out. So we kind of set that last registration date far enough out that we can make that happen for them.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like a wonderful opportunity for anyone who even wants to kind of dip their toe in the pool, I guess literally and figuratively
yeah.
in this case, to find out what art study at a college level might entail. So yeah, we encourage everyone to check that out. 2nd week of June, you said?
First week of June 8th through, I guess that would be about the 2nd week in June, 8th through the 12th, yep.
Right, okay, yes. Beautiful weather in Lubbock at that time, right?
We're hoping. We actually used to do it the week after Father's Day, and what we found historically looking back at the temperatures is that from the first week in June to right after Father's Day is when it usually gets into triple digits. So last year we moved it up a couple of weeks, and we're lucky to avoid some of those really crazy
That's when the
heat
jump
spikes.
happens. Huh? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Tanya, thanks for telling us about the camp. And I know you've been now, as you mentioned, in the School of Art, working on campus for a couple of years, 2 years
I have,
or so.
2 years.
But you're not new to Lubbock. You're not new to the arts scene in Lubbock. So I'm curious your path to the School of Art at Texas Tech, where you've been before. Maybe can you tell us anything about that?
Well, I actually have my BFA from the School of Art with a concentration in studio art and photography. I went back to school as a single mom after a divorce in 2002. And finished my degree. And from there, I went to the Health Sciences Center and worked as a photographer in med photo. I was at Luca as the coordinator of marketing and the coordinator of the First Friday Art Trail for 7 years.
Okay.
I have worked at the Municipal Museums of Lubbock, at the Buddy Holly Center and the Silent Wings Museum. And then for a little while, before COVID and schools closed, I was a territory director for a school photography company based out of Austin. I opened the territory in West Texas. So since my graduation from the School of Art, everything I've done in Lubbock has been very art-centric.
Right. And I imagine you have all of the connections and knowledge around here to be really, really effective in your current position in the School of Art. I'm sure they're very, very happy to have you. I'm really interested in med photography. What did that entail? I'm a little scared to ask, but...
You should be. It was several-fold. I actually worked as a commercial photographer for Pulse Magazine, which is their online publication, and did full commercial professional photography for their covers and their layouts and their pages.
So that's smiling doctors and coats,
that's smiling
that sort of
doctors
thing.
and nurses and alumni and that cool stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I also suited up on a regular occasion and went into the OR since it is a teaching hospital. If they had a special case, I would suit up and go in and take photographs of procedures. Some that were really cool and some that I can't unsee. So.
Yeah, hidden behind the lens didn't probably help very much in unseeing
You know, when you're in the moment, all you're thinking about is lighting and shadows and is this, I don't want to be overexposed and did I just blow out that shot? That's all you're thinking about when you're in the OR. And then you get out and go, oh, that was really bad.
Wow.
I mean, I'm the kid who passed out taking pictures in high school of the blood drive. And
I see.
As an adult, ended up in the OR
In the
taking
OR.
pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
So you say suited up. Is this just kind of full medical
Full scrubs.
and everything?
Yeah, full scrubs, masks, depending on what they were working on. Sometimes they had those duckbill ones where you can't breathe. And
is that, I have to imagine that makes it more difficult to take pictures.
Oh, you're sweating buckets. Yeah. Yeah.
And just to get the camera in front of your face and all that stuff with the equipment on.
Yeah. And they, at one point, they would say, all right, everybody stand back, let the photographer in. And all the docs would stand back. And
Wow. So you got pride of place there for a moment.
Is that what we call that? Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Up close, personal to things I can't unsee. Yeah, that. But it was a great experience. And I think probably even more so was working with all the doctors. I get to do a lot of their web pages and do all of their staff photos. I don't know how many white coat ceremonies I did while I was there.
Sure.
Graduation ceremonies. It was a lot of fun. I got good experience.
Well, it's a great example, I think, of the sorts of careers that students in the arts at Texas Tech can, maybe don't even know are out there, right? I mean, who would guess I could take my photography degree and turn it into this position where I'm working around, healthcare professionals all day.
I think something that Texas Tech and the School of Art is doing very well these days is telling students they do not have to be starving artists, that you can make a living. When I went through my divorce and went back to school, I told my mother I was going to get an art degree, and she goes, you should herd goats, you'll make more money. Which I honestly think is the philosophy a lot of parents have. They're like, what? You could be an accountant. You could be this, that. Why the arts? And so as I'm recruiting, I can tell specifically parents with utmost certainty that you can have a very good, profitable life in the arts. You can make great money. You can have a great career. You can actually feed yourself and keep the lights on.
That's right, without dealing with goats.
Without dealing with goats. No goats, unless you want goats, and then you could probably have that too.
Go for it. That's a great example. Thank you for sharing some of your life story here, and also what's happening right now in the School of Art at Texas Tech, and especially this summer with these exciting camps, Radio Create and the graphic design camp. And is there any way for parents or maybe even the public to see the products of those camps at the end of?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yes, at the end of the camp, we have the parents come a little early to pick their kiddos up. And we actually, from the time they finish before lunch till the time the parents show up, Our camp staff throws up an end of camp exhibition, and we actually use one of our galleries in the main building, and it's a full-scale lighted exhibition of their children's work. So
Nice.
they actually get to come and have the full, being an artist, having your work on the wall or on a pedestal experience, and parents get to come and be art patrons and
Nice.
be real proud. So we don't just hand it to them and say, here's what your kid did at art camp. We actually display it as the fine art that it is.
Great. Okay. And that would be on Friday the 12th, I guess.
Yep, we'll do that on Friday the 12th. We usually do that about 3 o'clock. And
Okay. All right. And anyone can just come on in and see what they've done.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Well, Tonja Hagy-Valdine, thank you so much for coming and talking with us today.
Thank you
we
for
look
having
forward to
me.
seeing you around campus before it gets too awful hot.
I'll still be around, but
Okay.
seeking shade.
All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
The Art Beat, a weekly program putting you in touch with artists and arts events from the J.T. and Margaret Talkington College of Visual and Performing Arts at Texas Tech University.